We are live at the 2012 Sun Belt Football Media Day in New Orleans. I'm Dan Harrelson alongside Nick Taylor, and let's talk some South Alabama Jaguar football with fourth-year head football coach and first year in the Sun Belt, Coach Joey Jones. Coach Jones, how are you doing this morning?
Doing good, guys. How you guys doing? I'm doing great, Coach. Thanks.
Pretty well. Well, let's talk about the fourth season in Mobile, first year in the Sun Belt. You're 23-4 overall. Your first 19 games were all wins. You obviously know how to win with your players there. How does that transition into a conference and conference play now? Do you take that winning edge and just build on it?
Well, I think it's important to have that, and that's one thing our kids have learned how to do is do the fundamentally what to do in order to win. I think that the process is more important than the result. I think if we focus on that, then we've got our kids thinking that way. So, but going to the Sun Belt, we realize that the Sun Belt is a very tough league. I mean, you got teams like Troy that dominated over the years, and you got the FIUs. They beat Louisville last year, and you got Lafayette, beat San Diego State, Arkansas State won the league, and Western Kentucky had a great year. And so, I mean, it's a real tough league at this point, and probably the most difficult thing for us is going to be able to learn how to play, back Division I teams, and that's the part we've got to get used to, and it's really not any way to do it other than do it. So, but our kids are excited about it. Coach, games like the NC State game that you guys have, are those games like it is for any other program, also building blocks to kind of assess where you are, while at the same time being able to play those kind of teams to fund your athletic program? Talk about being in a college like South Alabama and how those games are important to the overall success of your program. Yeah, you got to do it. I mean, we're talking about schools writing a $1 million check to go play a game. For us, that's big, and we've got to do that year to year. We got to play at least a couple of those a year to really fund the football program. And plus it's exciting, for our players and everybody involved. Still playing venues like that. We went to NC State last year. That was about as fun a game as we had all year long. We lost, but we played them real tough, and real excited to go up there. Fans are excited just to be in that type of environment.
Well, you guys host the Troy Trojans at home at Lad People Stadium September 29th for the first ever meeting between you guys. Talk about that rivalry game starting this year and into the future, and obviously that's a conference game, and also talk about maybe scheduling UAB in the future and starting that rivalry up.
Yeah, well, first of all, Troy, I just watching what Coach Blakey's done there, and to me, if we can live up to what they've done over the last several years, we're doing something, because Troy, to me, has been, starting up a program. They didn't start from scratch. They started came from 1AA and went to Division I. A little bit different from what we're doing. Bottom line is they've done things right, and it's very, very, very good over the last several years. And then as far as UAB goes, we would love to play any in-state schools, and we've actually talked to them a couple times, and we'll see what happens down there. It hadn't worked out in the near future. Coach, you have something in common with Coach Jones Malvona of Arkansas State. Both of you guys actually got to where you are to some degree, having to do with the success that you both had at the high school level. Talk about that and how many high school coaches are now finding themselves as being Division I offensive coordinators and head coaches and all that sort of stuff, if you will. Is it catching on, and does part of it have to do with the constant 365-day exposure we have now to high school recruiting? Do you think that plays a role also? I do, and I think that look at Gus, what he's done, and it certainly helps anybody in high school. But bottom line is, if you see if you guys become successful, then it makes it easier to hire a guy like that. And I think there's a lot of great high school coaches out there, but sometimes it's difficult on a college coach to hire high school coaches for the political side of it. But bottom line is, there's a ton of great high school coaches definitely could be coaching in college, and no doubt in my mind about that.
Well, Coach Jones, you were obviously a receiver under Bear Bryant at the University of Alabama from 1979 to 1983. Of course, that was under Ray Perkins as well. Just talk about your time at Alabama, what it was like to play there and just win there, and just obviously looking at what Nick Saban has done here in, I guess, since 2007, since he's been at the Capstone. Just talk about all that great success there and what's your thoughts on Nick Saban doing what he's doing.
Well, it's been great to see. I knew Coach Saban when he was at LSU. I got to meet him down there. I knew Jimbo Fisher real well, and I'd always sit in and watch him practice bowl practice. And my wife is from Houma, Louisiana, so I drive up to Baton Rouge and watch him practice. But what he's done has been tremendous. He just, obviously everybody knows he's a great recruiter. I think he's got a plan, and he implements that plan. And it's a very sound plan, and but it also is recruiting for him, and he does a great job out there, and gets very good players, and I think we all know if we got pretty good players, we become better coaches.
What was it like to play in that last game for Bear Bryant at the Liberty Bowl?
It was, sad, and looking back on it, it's good, but I hate to see him go, so it was a tough week. He kind of helped kind of gone downhill a little bit there last year, and we could kind of see it. It was hard to see, but then again, you looked at it and said, man, all these people that ever played for him, we got to go out and win this game. And he went out and played a pretty good game that night and won the Liberty Bowl. But it was an exciting time to be around the Alabama football program, but also sad at the same time. Okay, you see conference expansion, on the horizon and teams moving to different leagues and whatnot. Is it possible that USA can be in a position in the near future possibly to move up to an even bigger conference and make a bigger stamp on college football? I mean, I can remember when Coach Bowden first got to Florida State was playing tough schedules like you guys are trying to play out of conference, and we all know how it worked out for Florida State. What is your ultimate goal for your South Alabama program? Well, what we got to do is like to tell our players, we got to concentrate on what we do, become great at what we do. If we do that, then good things will happen. And the bottom line is, we got to take care of business as a university. We've got to win on the field. We've got to keep our kids eligible, make sure that that they graduate. And you got to do all those things, do the things the right way. Then, once they see that, look at some other conferences or whatever, then we'll look at that point. The bottom line, we got to focus on what we're doing now, and I think good things always happen when people do things the right way.
Well, Coach, good luck this season in your first year in the Sun Belt Conference, and of course August 30th you're hosting UT San Antonio and former Miami head football coach Larry Coker. So good luck on that end, and have fun at the rest of the Sun Belt Football Media Day.
Okay, but hey, thank y'all for calling, okay?